Welcome to Play in School TV. I'm Rich Prado. Today's video is going to be a how-to video. This is a video that I probably should have put out years ago, so better late than never. But what I'm going to do today is a tutorial how to use the videos that we make. So we're going to approach it from two different angles. We're going to approach it from the coaches, your travel ball coaches that have film on all your guys. We'll show you how to best utilize the video. And then from the player's perspective. I've probably written the same email 1,000 times trying to describe this process. So hopefully this video is going to be a much better resource moving forward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into my computer here and we'll walk through a bunch of different scenarios to utilize our videos. Now, these are specific for the Play in School videos, but there's going to be some things that I touch on that anybody could learn from, whether you have film with us or not. Now, if you're watching this and you run a travel ball organization that doesn't currently have film, or if you're a player or parent playing for a travel ball organization that doesn't have film, give me a shout and let's set you up. Here we are on the Play in School homepage. So if you have film with us and you forget where it is, let me just remind you that if you're on desktop, you likely will see a Teams tab up here in the top right hand corner. If by chance you're on mobile, what you're going to look for is, this will be on your phone, you would do the menu drop down and the Teams tab is located right there. So let's open this back up. Let's go to the Teams tab and we'll see where all of our teams are located. Okay, so when a team or organization works with us, they get posted here. Okay, so all the teams that we work with are here. Let's use FTB Mid-Atlantic as a quick example to look at. So Matt Darnell and Stephen Ross are the guys who are running FTB Mid-Atlantic. So if they were going to shoot out the link to all of their players' videos, say they just had a buddy that's a coach and they said, hey, here's all of our players. I want to just point up to the URL up here in the top. This is the link that they would send. Okay, playinschool.com/team name is basically the format for that. So the other spot for coaches where this is pretty helpful is if a team has their own website, which most teams nowadays do. So ftbmidatlantic.com. This is a really clean and efficient way to incorporate the videos that we make for you into your website. All right, so you don't have to spend a lot of time doing this. What they did was they added one link to their top toolbar. And you click there and it opens up the page that we were just looking at. Okay, so that's the spot where all the videos are. Okay, every player in your organization will have film in one spot. Now let's transition over to looking at this from a player's perspective. Let's imagine you are Coach Darnell and you wanted to tell a certain coach, a specific coach, about a specific player. It'd be very, very easy. All you do is click on that player and now this is his URL. Okay, so instead of directing a coach to the page where all the players are, now you're simply sending a coach to a specific player where they can watch his hitting video, pitching video, defense video, whatever we film. Okay, so now same thing. If you are that specific player, in this case, if you're Aiden Ruiz, okay, this is the only URL that Ruiz really needs to be concerned with. All right, it's nice that he's here with all these other players, but Aiden really only needs to be concerned with his page, his personal page, playinschool.com/profile/his name. Okay, does that make sense? So let's look at a few use cases. How could Aiden or any player that we work with utilize this to the best of his potential. So the place where you're most likely to be utilizing the video is going to be through email. Okay, so your personal link, this playingschool.com/profile/your-name website is going to be the thing that you're going to want to remember, you're going to want to copy, and you're going to want to paste that into any email that you send out. Dear coach, yada, yada, yada. Thanks a lot. Here is how you're going to see me. Okay, obviously you're not going to write that. Let me close down my email real quick so that I stop getting pinged while we film this. Now I want to point out a document that I'm going to put in the show notes so that you can see this. It'll be linked on my website. This is the cheat sheet for emailing college coaches. This really goes into depth about some strategy and tactics that you may want to incorporate into your emails. Just remember that this link is what you want to send out, okay? Now, are you into social media? I know you are. We have put some handy share buttons over here on the side. So these are great places to post your videos. College coaches are all over social media. Now this works for your travel coaches or for the specific players. Okay, it's literally as simple as one click and the link is put right into your Twitter. This is my Twitter account. You can adjust, you can edit the text, whatever, but literally one click and that's posted over on my Twitter account. So same works for Facebook. Populates a really awesome thumbnail there. Literally one click and it's posted over there. So coaches are on social. Okay, so this is a really easy way to get your footage out in front of people. So, players, you may not have a huge social following. You might not have every coach in the country following you, but I bet if you tweet that and tag me and tag your coach or the Twitter for your organization, a couple retweets later, and this thing gets shared around pretty good. So I highly recommend utilizing that feature. You can obviously copy and paste that and post it right in your Twitter, or just use the share functions over on the side. All right, guys. What you see here is a mirror of my iPhone. What I wanted to do is take a few seconds to show you how in just a few taps of the button you can share either your entire team or share specific players. Super simple. So I'm going to tap the top right, pull up the teams page. Let's go right back to FTB Mid-Atlantic since they're right on top. So if I'm a travel coach and I wanted to send this to a college coach and say, hey, here's all my guys, I'm going to tap that middle button on the bottom. That's the share button. I'm going to message, one click there, and it actually auto-populates a thumbnail. Let's just text this to myself. That's my phone number if you need me. And say, here's all my guys. Send that. And I just got a text from myself nonetheless. Boom. It's right there in my text messages. One click and I'm looking at every player you got. All right, does that make sense? Easy enough. That's one click. All right, we're back over here on the FTB site. I think Ruiz has gotten enough love. Let's take a look at this left-handed pitcher. So if we're Andrew, and Andrew wanted to share this on Twitter, it's literally as simple as hitting the Twitter icon, share function, and up pops Andrew's link. Now you can edit the text if you want. If I were Andrew, I would probably go in here. I would definitely tag Play in School, and I'd probably tag FTB Mid-Atlantic. You can edit the text and say, hey, check out my film, and hit tweet, and it's done. Now, what's really cool on social through the Play in School site is that when you tweet your page, you're going to auto-populate a thumbnail. Might not sound like a lot or a big deal to you, but in the world of online marketing and social media, the fact that there is a thumbnail, a very visual thing posted there, is very important. Now, anybody that sees that can simply click there and open up to get to his page. I want to give you a couple more little strategies to think about, some sort of best use scenarios, and a couple of warnings. Okay, so remember, guys, beyond baseball, a big piece of this is sort of like marketing 101. Okay, so looking at this page here, if August were to send this to a college coach, there is literally only one thing to look at, and that's his video. Okay, so what we've done here is eliminated all distractions. Now, I've seen kids in the past who have sent coaches their YouTube video. Okay, so let me open up August's YouTube video, and we're going to talk about why that's a terrible idea. Okay, so the thing about YouTube is you want to be on YouTube because YouTube is the #1 place for videos on the internet. Now, the problem with YouTube, and secondly, it's owned by Google, which is the #1 search engine. The problem with YouTube is they want you to stay on there forever. It's the #1 distraction on earth. It has to be. So here's the issue is YouTube lines up all of these videos that are not your videos, they're other videos. Now, YouTube knows me. They know that I watch some cartoons because I have a 17-month-old baby currently. And so we watch some children's things. Now, I actually just loaded last night, yesterday, a bunch of new videos. So it's recommending all of my videos here. But if you're August, you do not want coaches seeing these distractions because now all of a sudden they're watching somebody else, not you. Does that make sense? So you really, if you're August, you want coaches, you want them locked in on you, even if it's just for 5 seconds. If you send youtube.com/watch/ a bunch of gibberish, just know that you're limiting how much they are focusing on you because they're going to see all of this stuff. There are a few circumstances where you do want to use the YouTube URL, and I'm going to show you one example. Okay, so if you are on field level or NCSA or Be Recruited, I would imagine any of these sites that allow you to embed a video, you're better off using this URL here, which is very easy to get if you right click on your video, copy URL. Now, I know that the West Coast Clippers, who I work with, have their players loaded into field level. So when the player or the coach goes in and there's a spot for video, it really wants your YouTube video so that it can embed the video and it'll actually play right here inside their platform. Okay, but we don't need to watch that. If you were to use the Play in School link and put it on field level, it's going to show up as a text link and not embedded. Okay, I hope that makes sense. It's a nuance that is going to help you in the long run. 99% of the time, you want to send your Play in School link. If you need to embed the YouTube video, that's when you need to grab the YouTube URL. Thanks for hanging in there with me today. This is something that I think showing the different use cases is really going to help some players and coaches get the most out of their investment. Here's the deal. If you're going to hire us to create some video for your kid, you should use it, and you should use it to the best of its ability. Now, that cheat sheet for emailing college coaches will be in the links below. If you have any questions, just call me, okay? If you're watching this and you say your videos don't look like mine, or they're not as clean, or they're not as professional, call me. I'd love to work with you. That's what we do. We travel around the country. We work with teams from coast to coast. It's literally as easy as filming a workout. We film 20, 50, 100, 150 in a single setting. So hit me up. My Twitter is PlayInSchool.